Click that button. All right, so I clicked a button and we should be streaming now. I think we're streaming now. Okay. All right, this is at least one of maybe multiple streams going on right now. But anyways, welcome to the Forex.Today YouTube community of nearly 16,000 foreign exchange traders stationed all around the world. Thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for all the positive energy that you give every single day and all the professionalism that you show. But let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. So please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. And yeah, I guess we are actually streaming now. I think I got like 900 windows open, of which there are 45,322 error messages. And I'm not entirely sure if we're streaming. But hey, let's try for the 19th time, huh? Sounds pretty good. That's all right. I got a big cup of coffee today. And, and I got my crimson colors on because today, right after this webinar, I start Harvard Business School to do my research on alternative investments. So Harvard Day. I even got the Harvard Business School t-shirt on right now, but you can't see it. So anyway, some good coffee. All right, so welcome. Please ask questions. Please take notes. Please get involved. Let me know how I can help. My name is Wayne McDonald. I'm a currency trader. Been doing this for a very long time. Before that, I was a venture capitalist. Before that, I was a successful entrepreneur. And before that, I worked very diligently for several years in the nonprofit world. So very, 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 very cool. I'm super happy to be a part of the Forex industry because, as you know, it's a business with no product and no service, sorta, no inventory, no accounts receivable, no accounts payable. So what we do is we buy and sell money, the purest form of business ever designed by mankind. The purest form. Some people like, why do people sell cars? To make money. Why do people sell air conditioners? To make money. Why do people sell apples and bananas? To make money. Well, what we do is we buy and sell money. Like our service is already, like we're already at the end goal. So it's just amazing what we do for a living if you think about it. It's just absolutely, totally amazing what we do. This is the purest form of business ever. And you know, plus we get to leverage, which is great. And we have access to trillions of dollars floating around the world every single day through the air. This bank is sending money to that bank. This country is sending money to that country. This corporation is sending from the headquarters to their subsidiary and back. And while that's happening, we can just reach up there, whether it's greed or sloth. Either way, it's an efficiency, and we can make money doing what we do, which is really, 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 really super cool. So, like I said, get involved, take notes, ask questions, treat each other with dignity and respect. Also, Trader's Way is a foreign exchange broker. You're a foreign exchange trader. Might be an opportunity for a symbiotic relationship. They would like traders that are educated, that can open up a live trading account and trade successfully for days and weeks and months and years and decades. They're looking for traders that are not just profitable, but that can grow their trading account and lot size over the course of very long periods of time because it's just better business. And so this is what we do. I try to teach you how to do these things so that you're a better client. So they're providing education. So you're a better client and everyone wants you to succeed. Do you understand that? Everybody involved in this community wants you to succeed. So awesome. Thank you, Traders Way, for supporting our community, tradersway.com. Visit it. Open up a demo account now. Download MT4 or MT5. You can have a variable spread account. You can have a fixed spread account. You can have an ECN account. And ECN costs right now, ECN fees, have been lowered by 50% to support the clientele during COVID-19. So like, oh my God. Thank you very much, Traders Way. So I got TTN going here, Trade the News. Get a quick update on market conditions. What's going on? What's going on? 10-year T-note over 0.8. Cool, man. Very, 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 very cool. Interest rates are up like more than 50% since February. That's nice. That's interesting because that's a sign of things improving. Now, of course, it's still way low, but right? Okay. So, yeah, so what else? Pound dollar up over 1%. Euro dollar up only a third. So yesterday was Euro's turn. Today it's pound's turn. Very cool. You can go through morning reports and all that kind of stuff, but we don't need to. What I do want to see, though, I want to see S&P. I guess we got to go here. Okay, and that's where we are, S&P 500. There's where we are. Gold, go tiptoeing up. Oil, you know what? The thing about oil is, remember, I said it's either going to 30 or it's going to 50. Well, it ain't. It's not doing either.
Irish central bank governors think decline in domestic demand will likely be larger than
Look at interest rates going up.
Activity will continue to recover gradually in 2021.
By the way, when interest rates go up, what that typically means is prices are falling. Okay, they're luring you into the investment. So if interest rates are rising on the 10-year T-note, then the stock market is probably rising too. Okay? Roger, what's going on, buddy? How can I help? What's going on? Nothing's right, I'm torn. So anyways, we'll get that out of the way. Dollar weak, very nice. Yen strong, what the? That's weird, right? Aussie's recovering from yesterday. Pound is recovering from yesterday. Euro's giving back from yesterday. Kiwi's gaining from yesterday. CAD's being destroyed, but of course we've got that CAD news, right? Oh, Eddie wants to know, why is there a range and not an exact number? Well, what they're doing is trying to manipulate. So the Fed, through open market operations, actually buys and sells treasuries in real time, Eddie, to get their range. Right on, Roger. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter, Eddie. It just gives them leeway. If they want to, it's sort of like if they wanted interest rates to float down to zero, they don't have to announce they went to zero. It's some flexibility. I know it's strange, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. How am I feeling? I'm a little run down. A little run down, but thank you for asking. No COVID, though. Okay, so let's go to commodities here. And we're just kind of letting them go. There's my Bitcoin. Still going up. You're welcome. How awesome's that? There's so much to be grateful for right now and thankful for. I'm thankful for the markets. As I described it 2 weeks ago, the ice floes cracking. Right? The whole conversation was you don't see it now, but it's going to happen, and it happens slowly, and it happens so slowly that one day you look backwards and you're like, oh my God, it happened, and I didn't even see it. Okay, so anyways, the ice flows have cracked, and now we're at the top here, and we call this a sea change. Actually, the word sea change is misused by the media a lot. Right, a sea change is a slow, almost indistinguishable change, and the way the word comes from, like
Chinese Vice Premier Liu He saying that they'll keep prudent monetary
hang
policy
on,
with
let me
flexibility
trade the news off.
supported by Chinese
The word
press.
comes from this idea, like think of a glass bottle that's dropped to the bottom of the sea. Eventually, it'll become sand. But over long periods of time of just sort of ebbing and kind of slowly rocking back and forth with each wave, slowly grinding down into small, smooth little pebbles. It's a very, 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 very slow process. And you can miss the whole thing. This happened exactly the way we described, and I said the risk here is that it happens and you don't do anything. Okay? The actual quote that I gave on Thursday, so nearly a week ago, is that the greatest risk is not having any risk at all, not being in on these trades. Okay? And now they're busting out. Now you're like, oh my God, I should have bought down here. Well, that's what the message was back then. Okay? So there's lots to be thankful for. These markets are starting to move. The ice is cracked and thawed. And there are some decent trades. Someone asked about nat gas yesterday, and I forgot to cover it, but the idea is you were supposed to buy it here on Monday and exit on Tuesday. So I always wonder when people ask, like, what do you think about nat gas? And you asked me yesterday, the reason I kind of like skipped over it is like, what do you mean you should be out? There shouldn't be any follow-up question. Okay? Anyone that's gone through the training course know this is a counter trend setup. Whether it occurs or not, it is irrelevant, but the assumption is counter trend. So like this, you were supposed to buy in that hour. We talked about this again yesterday. You know the exact hour you're supposed to be in on your swing trade, and you know the exact direction, and you even know the exact target. And this is why I have these targets. Look at that. Look how accurate it was. So your Sunday you were long, and by Tuesday you were out. And you're done. There is no what's next. There is no next. You're not in the trade anymore. Take a look at gold. Made of steel, made of gold. Right, Maida? So, just working its way up. Bullish buy zone, bullish buy zone, bullish buy zone, bullish buy zone, bullish buy zone. Okay? And next week, tomorrow. And I know we discussed this yesterday as well, maybe not on gold specifically, but the whole idea of what's happening today is irrelevant because you planned that yesterday. This was yesterday's trade plan on gold. Buy. Now, what's tomorrow's trade plan on gold? Buy. So again, I have to chuckle at people that show up in New York and they're like, hey, what's going on, fellas? Are we buyers or sellers? No, you're broke. Okay? This is all about tomorrow now. Okay? This is a buy zone, 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 so on and so forth. Okay? If you know what you're doing, it's not difficult. It's so easy, easy. Everybody's trying to please me, baby. It's so easy. Nothing seems to please me. You know it's alright. Faded to the night. See me. All right, so this is the weekly basis. Let's see. Buy zone. Okay. Now let me remind you that in here we had like a buy zone, and we had a buy zone, and we had a buy zone, and we had a buy zone, and now here's the new buy zone. Okay. Jeff says no buy zone. In what sense of the word? Okay. In this one? Okay. You mean this way? But you have to understand the buy zone was down here. The next buy zone is here. So it comes down to whether you're taking this on a weekly swing or not. Okay, Jeff? So the price action has to do with the time frame. Okay? So if I'm, like, again, this is the exact hour that you should truly be trading this. And on this exact hour as a bull, this is where you were taking this to. Okay? You were buying it at 19, taking it up to 1950, 1960. Okay? That's that. Okay? See me hit you, you fall down. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, this is the 1 hour. What are you talking about, Jeff? Check this out, Jeff. This is a basic roll reversal. Riding the 21. Look at this, Jeff. What are you talking about, Jeff? This is like crazy bullish. This is perfect price action for a bull, Jeff. Come on, Jeffrey. In my humble opinion. Okay, let's check this out. Now, first of all, you have to recognize that you have to be a bull. You just have to be a bull already to look at this from a bullish mindset. So on this point here, you're in the buy zone on the psych level, and you're looking to buy. Then you get a higher high, higher low off the roll reversal. So this is definitely a buy. Okay, that's the psych level and everything. Then you get a new higher high, drop down, roll reversal. Okay, 21. Definitely a buy. Higher high, higher low, roll reversal, 21. Definitely a buy. And then up. And the next thing that's going to happen, Jeff, is you should be marking this around the 1920, 19, right, area. And this is what you'd be thinking. Now, are we going to be challenged up here? Yeah, but that was, you know, we've had so many opportunities now, right? But you should still be trying to ride that 21 north. So what you're trying for here in the future is this, okay? Okay? Bazzoni. Okay. All right. So there. Yeah. Yes, but the initials lows are not a buy. Interesting. Okay. Well, like I said, the difference might be time frame. Also the difference might be bias. So I have this all filtered out, right? Look, I only have bullish targets and bullish entries. So you can tell in this scenario, Jeff, I'm only a bull. So I might be more aggressive than you only because I'm already a bull. And I'm not looking for price action to tell me to get in. I'm looking for price action to confirm me getting in. So it might be just different in attitude, right? So I'm not saying you're wrong and I'm right, although I'm right, but it doesn't make you wrong. Okay, we can both be right, and that's okay. And the difference usually is time frame and timing and your alpha is your level of aggression that you've decided is appropriate. Okay, so if I go back to like my original plan, okay, let's go here. Swing trading bullish. Okay, you see this? This is my trade for the week. This sets the tone for all my day trades. This is the exact hour to go long if you're a bull. Sweet. Okay, that's it. So I'm done here as far as a swing is concerned, and this reestablishes psychologically my bias. So I am bullish, 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 bullish. Another way of saying it is I'm bearish on the US dollar. Cool, but you already know that. Oops. Okay, so I'm not saying you're wrong. Let's just be clear, okay? So now the next step is, how do I plan all of this in my personal trade planning? And the other thing you had mentioned was price action. So let me, from there, go into the price action, okay? Higher high, higher low, that's a buy. Okay? Higher high. Now, as soon as I get a higher high, this is what I do, Jeff. I go this. Doop, beep, 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 beep. Okay? This is price action. This is how I do price action. So as soon as I get the higher high, I draw that, and I know somewhere in there I'm going to buy again. The other thing that's going on is the moving averages. I know I want to ride the 21 EMA. So there's two things going on there. I have two suggestions that somewhere around this area I want to buy. And I knew that when we were way up here. So it's not sort of a hindsight thing. Okay? So it came down, boom, that's a buy zone. Now we got a new higher high. As soon as that happens, I grab this old higher high and I drag it across. Beep, 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 beep. That's my new role reversal. That's my new suggestion for buying. Also, if you look at the 21, the moving average says buy at the 21. The role reversal, which is now pure price action, tells me to buy at the role reversal. So I know somewhere in here I want to buy. And I knew it way up here. Okay, not hindsight. And so, buy, up. And now, as soon as I get a higher high, what do I do next? Okay, I'm not using daily pivots. I'm not using weeklies and monthlies. I know this is a weekly, but this is just to set the stage. If I use nothing else from here except price action, I would continue buying dips until it doesn't work anymore. It's not being brave, it's kind of being stupid, but stupid works better than smart. One of the problems I think we all face is we try to outsmart the market, and that's not usually what works. If anything, you don't talk yourself out of a trend. So the problem with a lot of trade setups, and you guys might be in this situation at some time, you'll always see a level of resistance that frightens you out of a trade. You're like, well, this is resistance, and then the next thing's resistance, and the next thing's resistance. And very often that's true, but you have to be able to sort of triage your way through this. At the end of the day, if you're right on this, it's going to go all the way up. And if you are right on that direction, meaning you're a bull in bullish market conditions, dude, there isn't any resistance. There isn't any resistance. You see it. You're like, well, that's where bears sold before. Yeah, but their bears are gone. We killed them. We slaughtered them. Right? You're chasing ghosts, or at least you're hiding from ghosts, and you're better off not even seeing it and just buying the next dip and not buying the next dip, right? And then later on, after you have years of experience, you might get better at recognizing which resistance is the one to be afraid of and which ones are less likely to be afraid of. So like if you look at it this, right? If you look at it this way now, Jeff, going back to Jeff here, check this out. The only thing going on here on a weekly basis now is this. we're riding the 21 and we're making a series of higher lows and hopefully a higher high by the end of this week. So that's the only thing going on in my world right now. As far as being a gold trader, you can simplify. And this is all I'm trying to say. There's no right or wrong, but I'm trying to simplify. And I'm talking about me personally, right? I'm trying to simplify. So I see this kick off the 21. That's my support. And that tells me if, that's just technical. My fundamentals tell me dollar is going to be negative. I don't really even care about gold. Who cares? Irrelevant. I don't even care what this is. It could be Bitcoin. It could be platinum. It could be copper. Don't even care. That's not what I'm even trading. The only thing is I'm bearish on the USD. So therefore, this is going to go up. So you can say, Wayne, that is so oversimplified. You're nuts. And I'm like, I know. I'm just a bear on the dollar. I'm only a bear on the dollar. I don't know anything else. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. And you're like, Wayne, how did you decide to be bearish on the dollar? I flipped a coin. I'm that dumb. I have no other reason, but except I made a decision. Okay? Which means if I'm correct on US dollar being negative, then this thing should go up. In particular, in moments when people actually want to buy gold. Cool. So my technical analysis only tells me, like, that's a buy zone. Sweet. Done. Nice. Okay? Cool. And what do these other green things tell me? Once I'm at support, this is what they tell me. This is a buy zone. Then the next week goes by. This is a buy zone. The next week goes by. This is a buy zone. This week, this is a buy zone. Next week, this is a buy zone. So what does this tell me? From this point forward, every market open, every daily swing, every weekly swing, every monthly swing, I'm a bull. And it's going up here. Okay? Random says, don't count them out. There's bears lurking. Oh, yeah. But I don't want to think it per se. I want to stay logical. This looks like that. So I don't need to overcomplicate it now, right? I can use my stop to protect myself from my wrongisms. And it's only going to be a timing issue. Or here's what's going to happen, right? Well, dude, I have technical analysis to tell me when I'm wrong. But right now, I'm not looking to know when I'm wrong. I'm looking to know when I'm right. Okay? How many people here know for a fact that I believe the dollar will be weak by the end of the year? Between now and December 31st, the US dollar will be weak. How many people know that as a fact? That I've filtered everything else out. Okay? Doesn't mean I'm right. It means I know what I'm looking for. Okay? Made of steel, made of gold. Okay? You see? So I don't know if I'm right. I could be absolutely dead wrong. I want you to know that. What I think is in regards to what your trading ideas are irrelevant. What I think could be absolutely dead wrong. But the thing is, if I use technical analysis correct, in the market conditions that are favorable, even to my dumb idea, I will trade more often and I will make money more often. Then the market will quickly change because my idea is stupid. And then I won't have opportunities anymore. Okay? So right now I'm filtering things down because I have what I call a sellable point of view. I can convince you to be weak on the dollar. Okay? Which is good, because I can convince a client to be bearish on the dollar. And I can bring out all kinds of facts and figures and candlestick charts and pie charts, and I can bring in celebrity endorsements. Hi, my name's Jimbo, and I'm from Shark Tank. Wayne McD paid me $10,000 to tell you that you should be bearish on the U.S. dollar. You get anyone from Shark Tank to say anything. So, cool. And you're like, wow, that celebrity endorsement was so great. So, whatever. So, I'm a bear, right or wrong, I'm a bear on U.S. dollar, which means this will go up or it won't go up. So, now I filter everything out, and I'm like, well, game on. Okay? Okay? Even though you may know your bias, is relative strength essential? Yes, because it's timing. Remember, you know your prices, but you don't know your time. So relative strength tells you market conditions. So let me dive into that question. Even though you know your bias, is relative strength essential? Okay, I am bearish on the US dollar. So the first thing I do is I open this up and I look at it and I can analyze whether this is the right time to be a bear or not the right time to be a bear. What is this? Oh, so I'm a bear on that. Okay? And that's what this is for. I can look at this and say, is the dollar weak today? If so, sell the heck out of it. Is the dollar strong today? Back the heck off. Okay? Peter says, so how do you trade gold? With the buy and sell buttons. Okay. So that's why going all the way back to Jeff. It was Jeff. Going all the way back. So I have all this prejudice built in, okay? Okay, Jeff? So like I said, I don't know if you're more right than me or less right than me, but I'm right, but you're also probably right, depending on your analysis. But I'm looking at it through this lens, going all the way through. And remember, it's prejudice. It's a bias. I'm filtering out information I don't want to see, and I'm over confirming the things I do want to see. Okay? But I do have extreme prejudice. Okay? And so you mentioned direction on the hourly, and then you also mentioned price action. And because I'm so set to be, as a bull, all of this is like clearly using price action, using pivots on weekly and daily, using moving averages. This is a buy, and another buy. Okay. And now you're probably right. We'll hit some sort of resistance, and it'll do this, and I'll probably stop buying. Okay? And then over periods of time, we will all get better at analyzing when this is a wave or a dip, or a current, sorry, a wave or a current. Like, is this on the daily chart Like you might be looking at this on a daily, and that's why I say like a time frame issue. You might see this as this. Okay? Cool. Well, by the time this happens, I'll already be out. Okay? And once again, you'd look at that and say, well, if you're a bear, oh my God, of course you're going to sell that. But I'm not a bear. Right? So my conviction is we're going to do this. And I'll know I'm wrong because it'll do this. And it'll take out all my pissy little day trades. And all my day trades will be -3. But I have a legit shot to the north, and I got the technicals I wanted. I'm just filtering it out. I'm trading beautifully in the wrong direction. But we won't know that until after it's occurred. Okay, you see what I mean? So you're thinking, I'm thinking this, you're thinking this, and we right now the probability is that it's almost 50-50, if you will. If you take out, your malice aforethought, if you take out what you think is going to happen during election night. Now, election night I think will push us up here, so that's my point of view, but I could be dead wrong. Okay? What if Koki doesn't cry? Okay? Gold's going to collapse. Actually, you know what? I might even be right either way on this one. If the election is undecided, gold is going to rally on safe haven flow, wouldn't it? The dollar's going to get strong. So actually, it might just be, this might be wicked. This might be wicked. This one might be wicked election night. Everybody bullish loses money, everyone bearish loses money, and at the end of election night, we're right back where we were. Nothing happened, except everybody lost money. Huh, that's interesting. Got to be careful of that one. Take a look at market. Aussie, boo. Aussie's just struggling, man. Aussie's struggling. Boo, Aussie. I understand why. It's just hopeful, I suppose. Yeah, I don't like anything about this. I'm going to take the loss. I don't like anything about it. It's not what I wanted. Forget it. I don't care. I love the loss. Give me a little loss. Give me a little loss. I love taking small losses. Makes all my winners look huge. Huge tracts of land. What do you mean you don't like her? Where are we? Where are we? So check that out. That's our trade plan for the entire month of October. I mean, yeah. Or is it this week already? Is it only this week? I guess it's only this week. So this is what we did in the Thursday group. We planned this, double bottom, higher high, higher low, and up. And so far so good. It looks like we're on the Wednesday up, and we're on the daily pivot profit zone. approaching the weekly aggressive target. So you should be out before 19. So you have to decide, is this close enough, 1850? Well, it's been almost 12 hours without a higher high. So you're going to have to make a judgment call. 1850 is tomorrow's buy, so you might take the profit and try again tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, it is time to get out for sure. Be happy. Be happy, right? Be content with it. Oh, we use MT4, MT5. And the way you communicate with me directly is my Thursday live meetings. Pretty simple. Okay. So this is directly what we did on Thursday. And the cool thing about this whole process is, like, for example, and I hope she doesn't mind, but Meta sold here beautifully. This is an exit zone. This is an entry, bearish entry. And then here we are Thursday after that beautiful trade. And I talked about how beautiful it was and how it was just, we should be confident and excited that the market worked, even if it went against us, even if you were a bull. The fact it was so perfectly predictable should give you confidence in your bullishness. Right? Think of it, guys. What do we know? Even if you're a bull, in the moments of bearishness, if the bearishness happens perfectly, then you know real people are on these trades. And if they sold exactly where you'd expect them to sell, and they exited exactly where you'd expect to sell, then you should, as a bull, be ready. That's what the whole conversation was last week. Hour and a half discussion of how to have confidence. And here we are. Taking profit again. And it's the exact opposite direction. Yeah, that doesn't matter. See, what can easily happen is you say last week was bearish, so this week is bearish, right? That's way no. But it's okay for it to be bearish. Doesn't mean you should be bearish. Oh, is that right? Yeah, sorry. Well, last week I was sick, and the week before I was just tired. Plus, I'm disappointed. You know, people don't bring cigars and cocktails anymore. I'm like, what? I wanted it to be fun. The first day, everyone brought cocktails. Okay. So anyways, yeah, this is a psychologically difficult trade. So that's why I spent like an hour on it. But these are just beautiful setups. So we have to be very grateful and thankful for the markets that we've been given. There are some very good trades in here. Cool. Which means there's hope. If it was chaotic, then there's very little hope that you're going to be able to trade it. Right? Okay, there's the buy for the month. Let's go weekly. Okay, so let's take a look at this. You know you have permission as a bull to be a buyer. And on the first hour of this week, this is where we were. It all inside of the buy zone already. Okay. Can you buy this? Yeah. Does this tell you to buy it? No, you told it. MHP said, you were the only one who was buying euro dollar, and I followed you and got 150 bips profit. Well, like I said, it was technically easy, but psychologically difficult, and that's why we spent so much time on it. It's so easy to look backwards and try to do what has happened. It's much more difficult to plan ahead, especially if you're planning the reversal. So it's one of these things. It's easy, but it's difficult. So anyways, so that's why the last 2 or 3 weeks I've spent a lot of time talking about things like fortitude and confidence. Seems like the fluff part of trading? I don't think so. That's what it seems like, but that's right. I think that's the key, having fortitude and strength. Okay. So anyways, let's go back into here. You're in a general buy zone. Remember, you have to already be a bull. If you're not a bull in this, don't worry about it. I'm just randomly grabbing one. If you were a bull, you know this whole area here based on pivot points. That's all it is. On a higher time frame, right? This is your buy zone. So you're like, oh, okay. Now looking at it on a weekly swing basis, this is the market open. We know this is the most obvious time, and at the exact price you would want. And this 131.15 is your conservative target for the week. You see this? It's labeled bullish buying zone, profit target conservative. It's labeled. Now, do you actually have to let it go up to 131.15? Can you just get out of 131? Oh, for show. Oh, faux show. But does it get any more straightforward than that? It's labeled. The bullish buying zone's labeled at less than 129, and we're at 131. So there's a 200 pip move here, labeled on my chart, and it was labeled last week, by the way, in a monthly buy zone, so you should already be long anyways, because you should have congruency. Your monthly and your weekly and then your daily, they should all match up. I also have 150 on that, but you want to go for 300. Yeah, okay. Wow. Huh? Now, is pound dollar a straightforward trade? No. Geopolitical risk and stuff with Brexit? OMG. I'm only looking at USD. To me, this is USD versus blah, blah, blah. The only thing I know is up. Okay? And we know if I'm an upper on this, based on the monthly pivots, this is my up zone. Let's clear this up. Let's do it again. We know on a monthly basis, this is my up zone. And we know on the weekly basis, this is my up zone. And I knew that, by the way, last week. So double bottom, higher high, higher low, long at 129. 200. Okay? Okay? All based on one bias. Well, it would be very, very similar. Okay? Now, we know Asia is being crushed right now. But let's go take a look. Aussie dollar. Okay. What do we know for sure? Do I want this to go up or do I want this to go down? WWWD, what would Wayne do? Am I a bull or am I a bear? Okay, I do want it to go up. Yeah. Now, we got serious challenges here, oh faux show. But I drew this support level, what, 3-4 weeks ago? So now we got a double bottom at 70. And we're in next week's buy zone. This week is irrelevant to me. Okay? Okay? You can buy the double bottom. You can buy the higher high, you can buy the higher low. So you're either, right? So what will happen is if this goes up the rest of the week, this is going to move up and next week's buy zone is here. Okay, next week's buy zone will be here. So your first opportunity is buy the double bottom. How'd you know to buy the double bottom? How'd you know it was going to go up? Well, you don't. Stop thinking that way. It's silly. You don't know anything. Nobody knows nothing. But you know you're a bull already. If you didn't know you were a bull, so I drew this line weeks ago. So if you didn't know you were a bull here, there was no opportunity. If you didn't know a bull here, there was no opportunity. There's only an opportunity if you know you're a bull. What do bulls do? Buy at support. Where's support? How about this psychological level role reversal? Okay. See? If you don't know you're a bull, then you don't know what you're looking for. Is that support? Oh, I think so. So weeks ago we said, well, you can buy it at 70. Or even more accurately now, you can buy a double bottom at 70. Well, how do you know to be a bull? How about do research? How about do some fundamental analysis? How about listen to the Central Bank of Australia? How about look at import-export data coming out of China? How about just look at the US dollar? I mean, I don't know. How do you do it? If you don't do the work, I don't know how you do it. Okay? Cool. But a double bottom is a double bottom only if it's at support. Is that support? That's at support. So if you are a bull, number one, bias. Number two, you're at S&R, support or resistance. Three, you have a pattern. What are you trading? You're a bull at support, trading a double bottom. Permission to engage. The next part is the next down and then the next up. Okay? If you can get a higher high, then you will trade the higher low. And you will look at things like psych levels, like future pivots. You will look at Fibonacci retracements. You will look at price action. There's all kinds of things, but you will buy the higher low. Done. Not think about it, not maybe buy it. You will. You can and you will if you're RWA, ready, willing, and able. You can and you will. So if you're a bull, oh my God, I would assume you bought this. And if you didn't, you're waiting for the higher high, higher low, which will be next week. Cool. Then you will buy that. So right now, you should already be thinking next week. I know it's only Wednesday, but you'll probably be on this Friday or Monday. Okay, today's Wednesday. We'll be up here Thursday. It'll come down on Friday. And by Friday, New York, you're already long again. Okay? And then if you show up New York on Monday and you're like, hey, fellas, what's going on? We'll already be up here. Why? We've already planned it on Wednesday, and your second chance is going to be Friday/Sunday. And by the time Monday or Tuesday rolls up, we're already done. Money in the bank, done. So when someone says, hey, good morning, fellas, what's up? I'm like, what's up? I'm taking your money. Because you have no plan, you're going to fall right into my trap. You're paying my mortgage, buddy. Yeah! So, right? I'm taxing you, son. Done and dusted. So cool, right? You guys starting to put the pieces together? I want you to learn how to trade successfully. I want you to become consistent. There's much more than I want you to be profitable. I want you to be consistent. The profits will it'll work out fine. And if you do 2, 3, 4% a month, month after month after month, you're fine in my books. You're a hero. After that, I want you to work for me. And over the course of 5 or 10 years, that's how you become filthy, stinking rich. You understand that? Over the next 5 to 10 to 15 years. Okay? And maybe instead of dreaming about buying a yellow Lamborghini one day, we'll just go out to the racetrack, we'll rent a yellow Lamborghini, and you can race the hell out of it. Burn through all the ceramic brakes, burn through $10,000 in tires, burn out all the fuel injectors, burn out the exhaust, and hand it in, and we'll go have a steak dinner and open a bottle of champagne and say, what a dumb investment a yellow Lamborghini would, right? Yellow Lamborghinis, I break them before lunch. Okay? And then you spend your money wisely. Ed, did I teach you how to spend your money wisely? We've had long conversations recently about it. What's the cool thing about what I just said? I get to take my best traders. We spend a whole weekend ripping through Ferraris and burning through Lamborghinis and having steak dinners and champagne, and I get to write it off of my taxes. I get my yellow Lamborghini experience for free. Oh, the Countach? That'd be. I have to have a red Countach. I mean, come on. But you know what I mean? There you go. You're like, Wayne, do you own a Lamborghini? No, but I eat them for breakfast. Okay? That's how you do it. Yeah, but here are the ceramic brakes. Yeah, the brakes. It's great. These cars are great. They're like, what? How much for what? So, anyways, I want you to succeed. I have a secret future for you to be part of the Illuminati. But you have to produce 3-4% a month every month forever. Okay? I hope so, Manuel. I hope so. A couple of things with Off the Charts with Wayne McDonald, since about 4 people have asked about it today. Last weekend I was sick. The weekend before I was just tired. I don't know. I get tired. I'm tired. I worked pretty hard the last 5 years, and now I just signed up for Harvard again. So there's something insane about me. And in the back of my mind, I'm writing books and stuff. But will we do it again? I hope so. I'd like more people to interact with me. So I'm trying to think of a format where maybe, you know, other people like show up. Maybe like I give you a week in advance and someone downloads an RBA statement, reads the whole damn thing, highlights it, and then we can have a conversation about it. Like, I want to have conversations with you. I don't want this Off the Charts with Wayne to be lectures. They very easily can, and you know me, I can fill an hour and a half, not a problem. But I want to have intellectual conversations with people. I want you to stimulate me as much as I stimulate you. I know that sounded dirty, didn't it? But it makes sense. I've heard that story before. Yeah, so let's have a cigar and a cocktail and a real, like we're hanging out in a bar having a conversation. And I want you to contribute even more. If there's 30 people hanging out, I should be talking very little. I should be asking questions and getting answers, not the other way around. Okay? Oh, you have a big Mercedes with a driver. Pay 40 a month. Wow. So anyway, so I'll try to get that done. I'll note, okay? I'll make a note of it. I'll try it. So hopefully I'm not sick anymore by then. How can you direct message me? Wayne@fxbootcamp.com. Oh, how do you get in the Off the Charts with Wayne McDonald on Sundays? That's youtube.com/fxbootcamp. Now, I send out emails to people in my my live trading group. So if you're in my live trading group, I send out an email so you can join with your camera and be part of the conversation. If you're not in FX Bootcamp or the FX Bootcamp swing trading group, then you're not getting the welcome email, but you can still join via YouTube. And I pop the chat open so I pay attention to the chat. You just can't be in on the conversation, like your camera isn't on and stuff like that. Okay. So, peace on earth, may the pips be with you, may your profits be above average, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope to see you at fxbootcamp.com. I hope I see that you open up accounts at tradersway.com, all that kind of stuff. Links to my book, my chart templates, my training videos, the courses, the groups, all those links are in the description below the video. I hope I give you the strength and courage you need to move forward and get the information that you require to be a success. Because I want you to be a success. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Cheers.